What's going on, guys? Matt at Middleton Motorsports here. Another episode of Behind the Tune. Today, 2015 Mustang GT Convertible up on the dyno. I'm going to flip the camera around here and we can jump up on the deck and take a look at this. Customers of ours, Dawn and Mike, brought us this car earlier on, and we did a Borla catback on it, Borla Extreme, or Borla Atak, I should say. I'm getting Corsa and Borla mixed up. And JLT Intake. They recently brought it back to us for a set of long tube headers. So we did some Kooks long tube headers, 1 7/8, off-road connection pipes, and we mated it to the X pipe along with that Borla Atak. So it's definitely got some exhaust volume to it. I think it sounds pretty good, wide open throttle. Basic bolt-on car. So nothing too crazy here. We may see them back again for some further mods in the future, but for now we are getting this thing dialed in with the current bolt-ons here. This car is on, I'm assuming it's on 91 octane. I didn't specifically ask them what fuel, based on what kind of timing I'm seeing out of it. Pump gas 91, so nothing getting too crazy here with any sort of exotic fuels or anything. Your kind of basic 91 octane bolt-on car, something you go cruise around and make some noise and have some fun in the summertime with the top down. So didn't get a baseline on this car as it came in with the mods, and we didn't get a chance to get it up on the dyno beforehand before the headers. But this is where we're at right now. 410 has been my best pull so far. That's where I'm kind of locked in on the tune. The 407 was kind of a back-to-back, so stuff was a little bit hotter. Coolant temp was a little hotter, closer to 200 degrees, where the 410 was about 190. Torque was the same. We just kind of lost a little bit up in the top end there. So the timing got HDFX pulled just a little bit of timing out of the top on that 407 run, about a degree less. I left that red run up there because I did want to illustrate something that just part of the tuning process on these. This is a Gen 2 Coyote. 15 to 17 is a Gen 2. We do headers on these cars, and they kind of carries over the Gen 3 too. There's definitely some VCT stuff I like to adjust on them, especially down on the bottom here. So you can see this was me. I had the dyno brake on when I hit it. It did something funky with the dyno, but kind of in these areas here, that 3 to 3500, 3700-ish, you can really pick up some gains here with bringing the VCT in a little bit earlier. Some adjustments. Take advantage of the scavenging of the headers over just the stock manifolds and cats. So yeah, the first pull I did on this, the orange was the very first pull I did. Hopefully that's coming through on the camera. Before I did any really tuning work to it. So you can kind of see there, you can kind of see how the, you know what I'm going to do, guys? Bear with me. So you can kind of see how I was able to bring some more timing into it and bring some of the cam timing in the bottom here to bring some of the torque up. So this is kind of a good illustration of what what we can do with tuning on top of the mods. So kind of getting the air fuel, getting the timing dialed in, and especially with headers, getting the VCT adjustments dialed in where we want them. Limiter on this is 7500. You can see stock Gen 2 manifold is kind of dying off there above 6500. But being a stick, this is a manual transmission car, MT82. So this is a fifth gear 1-to-1. So I am pulling fifth gear. But you can see it's about a 7,000. That's where I'm taking it to. I'm taking it about to where I think the good shift point would be, about 7,000. That's going to bring you back, somewhere in this range. Keep you up in that kind of top plateau at torque and power. So yeah, I'm going to set the camera down. We'll do one more pull here. We'll watch that, and we'll take a look at the data log. And they are going to be on their way to come pick this up tonight. And it turned into a really nice day today, so maybe they'll even throw the top down on the way out of here and enjoy their newfound power and sound. So let's do one more pull here and wrap this one up. All right, guys. So I'm going to have these as our final numbers here. 407 on the last one, 410 on the one before. We're a little hot on that 407 run. Like I said, I was kind of doing some back-to-back-to-back stuff, so that 410 was a little cooler. And we were seeing about 20 26 to 27 degrees of timing, and the 407 we were like 24, 25. So it lost just a few horsepower because of the heat. Again, 91 octane. We're real sensitive on engine heat and being octane limited. We can't shove that. Like an E85 tune on something like this, we'd be up near 30 degrees of timing, and we just can't do that with 91 octane. So we're limited. But yeah, still solid numbers. These cars, these Gen 2 cars, stick shift cars, typically will put out 370 some to the rear tires stock. So that's what I've seen in the past. So a nice little pickup over stock. Yeah, nice curve, looking good. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Take a look at the data log quick. So if we can get this screen into view. So I just glanced over it quick before I jumped out and grabbed the camera, and you can see the timing just wasn't, 24, 25 maybe is the peak I was seeing here. That 410 run, the coolant temperature was, so this one you can see the coolant temp was 193, 198, was climbing. The previous one I was a little cooler. The engine, I had a little bit of a cooler run, and it took 26, 27 degrees on that previous run, the 410. So we're talking, 91 octane, and we're running off this HDFX system that that Ford uses. We are, we're at the mercy of the octane. So you can only do so much, but again, still a solid gain over stock. This, like I said, these cars are typically in the 370 range stock for a stick shift car. So I'm pretty happy with these types of numbers out of this car with just the intake and the headers. So air fuel, I typically run pretty similar to what the factory runs for air fuel. Kind of gets rich towards the top as the load increases. This one I leaned out slightly over factory, and it seemed to like it, so I left it. Like I said before, this car may get some boost in its future, so we're not after every single last bit of horsepower out of this car. He's going to go drive around and enjoy it. Him and Dawn are going to go drive around and with the top down, I'm sure, and enjoy that Borla with the headers. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Appreciate you guys watching our channel, obviously, and keep checking back. The guys just came back from Ozarks, so there's going to be some content on our channels from there. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you guys later.